Well, it's desperate times out there for some as the price of petrol rockets. Fuel theft is on the increase, and now in the United States, cooking oil is being targeted.
All right, here you go, guys. How you doing?
La Piñata restaurant near San Francisco serves hundreds of baskets of chips a day. And they're all deep fried in this vegetable oil. Restaurants used to have to pay someone to haul away their used grease. Not anymore.
This frying oil can be used to make biodiesel, an alternative fuel. And with the skyrocketing price of gas, that grease has turned into liquid gold.
2 years ago, discarded grease sold for 75 cents a gallon. Today, the price has more than tripled. Now people steal it. Restaurants from California to Kansas are reporting a rise in used oil thefts. La Piñata's manager, Nick Flores, was shocked when his bin of used oil was hit.
Grease stealing never had it cross my mind, no.
It wasn't too long ago that such a crime would seem absurd. It was even a joke on an episode of the TV show The Simpsons.
My retirement grease! No! You thieving grease pundits!
Stealing smelly grease may appear to be a victimless crime, but the thefts are having a significant impact on contractors like Ralph McIntyre, who are paid to legally collect grease for biodiesel conversion.
Basically, we were having people come by in the middle of the night and they'll just lift the lid and suck the oil out for their cars and whatnot.
It's just hard looking at it that this is really something that's valuable because it looks disgusting.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of people say it stinks and whatnot, but around our facility, we all say it smells like money.
These days, McIntyre puts locks on his bins of slimy used oil to keep the thieves away.
To some of the other stories in business now, earnings from commodities are predicted to rise to record levels in the coming financial year. The government's commodity forecaster, ABARE, says sales may hit $212 billion as prices increase for minerals and farm products. A new report foresees 2 more interest rate increases before inflation is brought under control. The biennial report of the South Australian Centre for Economic Studies says employment growth and demand are much stronger than the Reserve Bank had expected. And in response to already high rates, many Australians plan to cut spending even further. That's according to an ING Bank survey. More than 60% of households polled say they'll cut back on power use, restaurant meals, holidays and high-tech items like plasma TVs during the next year. Time for Check of the Markets. Let's join Sue Lannon for the first time this week. So, Sue, the market has been hit by that sell-off on Wall Street.
Yes, Ros, and the banks have felt the pinch on continued concerns about the global credit crunch. Westpac is down 2%. The Commonwealth is also lower. And investment bank Babcock & Brown has lost around 3%. There's a media report today that US private equity group Kohlberg Kravis Roberts will take a stake in the troubled company. Macquarie Group is also lower. It's been appointed by Telstra as advisor for the telco's bid to build the national high-speed broadband network. Telstra shares are higher today, but Qantas is lower. The Macquarie listed fund, Macquarie Infrastructure Group, is off 9%. Valid Property Group has fallen more than 5%. That's on a profit downgrade. Overall shares are lower. They're down around 1% today. The All Ordinaries off 56 points to 5,356. The ASX 200 down by a similar amount.
Sue, MacArthur Coal is in a trading halt today. What's the story?
Yes, an announcement on the Queensland coal miners' talks with global steel giant ArcelorMittal is expected. ArcelorMittal approached the MacArthur Coal last month about a possible deal. There's rumours of a takeover bid, and founder Ken Talbot, who owns nearly 20% of the company, has resigned from the board. Copper and gold miner Interfell Resources has called on investors in major shareholder Lion Selection to carefully consider their options before they support an improved takeover bid for Interfell by Xstrata. Overall, the miners are lower today. Both BHP Billiton and Rio Tinto are down. Let's take a check now of the market's other big movers. In the ASX Top 100, Asciano and Fortescue Metals pushing on over 4%. Perpetual and ABC Learning are among the stocks being sold off.
Sue, thank you. On to Wall Street, and the US Central Bank meets this week on interest rates, with the market predicting they'll remain on hold. As you heard, the Dow and the Nasdaq tumbled at the close of trade last week. The wobble set in when Standard & Poor's cut its credit rating on the big 3 car makers. There were similar falls in London and other European markets. The Tokyo and Hong Kong markets have opened sharply lower, and New Zealand is giving up almost 0.5%. On to currencies, the dollar is at 95.5 US cents and extending last week's rally against the American dollar. And the euro is down, the pound steady against the greenback. And finally, commodities. Gold is holding above 900 US dollars. Oil's at 135 US dollars a barrel. Turning briefly to other world news, fighting in northern Lebanon between pro and anti-government forces